I was barely 10 years old when the circus first came to town. I left my buddies behind, escaped the orphanage alone, and went for a peek behind the curtain. I watched in awe as the crew started to set up camp. What a performance! It was backstage, but an incredible show to behold just the same. What those guys did in a couple of hours would take days to a less knowledgeable crew to accomplish. First, the gigantic red and white tent was erected. Colossal stakes were laid to the ground and were pounded rhythmically by muscled arms holding what, to me, looked like the hammers of the gods. Then a dozen wagons or so were placed around the tent in a circular fashion. As the afternoon wore off, I got to see the artists. The artists themselves firsthand, only without the shiny outfits, the extravagant hats, or the gaudy makeup. The gang was as motley as it got, I suppose. I saw acrobats swinging on suspended steel cables, piling on top of one another, forming improbable human totems. I saw contortionists stretching their bodies like eels never could. I saw magicians practicing their tricks to audiences of none. I saw feline tamers being adored by the beasts they tamed. I saw clowns, both rich and poor, and I recognized their personas just by the way they interacted off stage. And when the evening finally fell, I believed I had seen it all. Everything there was to see had surely passed before my eyes. I believed that the circus held no secrets for me. And I also believed that the magic was gone. Most of it, anyway. I was wrong, of course. Dusk had settled by the time I decided to go back to the orphanage. As I turned around to leave, a woman was right behind me, blocking my path. This woman was different from the women I knew. For starters, she was not staring at me like I had done something wrong. Even though her eyes were fierce and unforgiving, she was looking beyond me and seemed almost uninterested. For my part, I was captivated. So I watched her. She had extravagant makeup, but it didn't make her look cheap or whorish. Instead, it accentuated her beauty. Her hair was abundant and long, down to her waist, giving her a wild animal look. Her skin was brown, cinnamon brown, and as she stood there, I swear my nostrils caught a whiff of fluffy and soft cinnamon rolls, fresh out of the oven. The woman did not look like anyone's mother, yet she had a maternal quality to her I couldn't quite place, being an orphan myself. "Do you know who I am?" she asked. Her voice was not soft, and she had an accent. "You are a gypsy woman," I declared. She nodded. Then she smiled, as if she had known I was going to say that. "You are not from around here," I added foolishly, and I blushed. My heart was pounding by then. The woman kept on smiling. Her stare softened. "I am from Romania." "Do you know Romania?" "It's a country," I said. "It is." Are you with the circus? I am. What do you do? I am a fortune teller. A fortune teller? I gasped. Yes. She paused. Then she asked me, do you know what that means? It means you know when I am going to die. The woman stopped smiling. I do. Her tone was suddenly somber. After that, we stared at each other for a spell. When I couldn't contain myself any longer, I said, will you tell me? Don't worry, I will do no such thing. Why not? You can't afford to pay me, that's why. What? You heard me. I can see you haven't got a penny on you. No money, no fortune telling. My next words were out of my mouth before I knew it. I think you're bluffing. The woman smiled. I am curious. Why do you say that? You say you can see through me. Well, I can see through you. The acrobats, the magicians, the clowns, they are for real. You are not. Is that so? She said. Yes, I can tell. The woman took a step towards me. I stepped back. Will you let me touch you? Why would you want to do that? I blurted. Just curious. Her smile widened. No, I won't let you touch me. Get away from me. I turned my back and I ran. I ran as fast as I could. Never once did I look back until I reached the safety of the orphanage. The next day was Circus Day. My buddies and the rest of the orphans were invited to attend. I pretended to be sick so I could be left behind. And to this day, the date of my death remains uncertain. At least to me.